First, remove the screws that are closing the plastic covers on the blocking boxes. Then, remove the plastic covers.
Whose banjo was that? While I'm removing the caps, I'm going to show you something. Okay, so this the pins, okay, the locking pins, okay. As you can see, there's an hexagonal part here. Okay, it's really fun when you're machining. Okay, first of all, but the other thing that we are using with this is that since it's got a flat part on it, we built the plastic cap so that the thickness or the side here will interfere with this, so that it
would provide
locks
it
in
to-
place, so that it won't disadjust itself. But it's really important to always keep the cap on so it won't disadjust.
Right.
Okay? So the step after that is that you need to have a 8 millimeters or a 5/16 key, okay? So that you are going to lose the cable here, okay? Because we don't want to have this gap here, plus we want the pin to be able to lock the wheels, okay? So really, it's really logical, so you follow the cable, okay? So it's the outside one, goes here. So this one here is driving this one, okay? And the other one is driving the other one. So just loosening it, and it's going to close the gap, okay, first of all. Okay, and now you see that the pin is far away from the wheel, so it won't lock. Okay, so what we are going to do is that we are going to screw the pin or the pin, adjustable pin, okay, so that it's gonna interfere with the ring or the disc, so it's gonna lock it in place. So just turning it like that, and the cable here will slide into the bolt here, and it's gonna follow, okay? So you don't have to pull it or whatever, okay? You just need to screw it. Okay, so to be sure that you're always okay, you need to make sure that the pin will extend 1/8 of an inch outside the ring. Okay, so this is going to making sure that it's going to lock. You need to be careful not to go too far also, because it's taking a little bit of time when you're sitting, for example, and the pin is going inside. Okay, the longer it's going to be it's going to take a bit more time to go inside, so it may interfere. Okay, but so really easy. Usually you don't need any tools to do that, okay, just your fingers. And you extend 1/8 of an inch, approximately, okay. You, just in case that there is some resistance in the bolt here, okay, you just make sure that all the loose has been taken and that there's no loose here, okay? If there's a loose, you're going to see the bolt here being like that, okay? So make sure while you're adjusting that to push on it, just to make sure that it's in its place. Yeah, okay? So same thing on the other side, okay? So everything is perfect. So now what we're going to do is that we are going to tighten the little screws here, okay? This is bicycle component, okay? So if you're ever stuck some places, you just look for a bicycle store and you go there, you buy what you need to, okay? when tightening these bolts here, you need to be
Careful.
careful because these bolts are strong, but you're stronger than they are. Okay, so what I'm doing usually is I take my key like that. Okay, I'm holding it within the middle because I know how strong I am, and if I'm tightening it this way, I'm gonna break it. Okay, so I know how I am, so I'm like Hulk. I'm a little bit turning green, as you can see. So, so it's a Friday. Okay, so
I got it,
I'm
right.
tightening it this way. Okay, so it's not over tight. It's just the right pressure. Okay. Then what you are going to need to make sure is that these screws here are well tightened. Okay. So in this way, oh, it's loose. Okay. So you really need to make sure that these bolts are really tightened in place because they are holding the system. Okay. It was done on purpose. You can imagine. Okay, so it's going to be really important for you because you're going to play with the adjustment, the 8 and the deepness, okay, and you really need to make sure that you have tightened the bolt before you let the system go in service.